Hey, Dr. Carp here, and I'm a board certified dermatologist since the year 2000. And one of the things that really bothers me is dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis. And the reason it bothers me is because it's so easy to take care of and to get under control. And the purpose of this video is for you to learn how to get rid of it permanently, forever, or at least come up with a plan that you don't need to use a lot of medication. And, quite honestly, people judge you for dandruff. I've had it before myself, before medical school, and it can be really embarrassing, and you don't need to deal with it anymore. So in the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to go through a plan with you and also give you information on how to contact me if you would like to really get control of this once and for all. So let's go into what it looks like. Of course, all of you sort of probably know. Generally, you can get scaling around the nose, sometimes on the cheeks, sometimes around the forehead, as this person here, behind the ears. This is cradle cap. It's another form of dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis. It's seen in kids. And of course, scaling in the scalp. And of course, one of the things that we can go over when we speak on the phone and I see the photographs of your scalp or face is to make sure that it is indeed seborrheic dermatitis and not something else. Now, what are the causes? Well, amazingly, it's in 3 to 5% of the population. It's an overgrowth of a type of yeast that's on the skin. It's not an infection. It's just an overgrowth of what's naturally on your skin. It's one of the conditions in the skin that is made worse by stress. Now, everything is made worse by stress, but this condition by far is probably one of the things that we see as dermatologists most when someone is going through a great deal of stress. Diet can play a role if you're eating a lot of processed foods, as well as rancid fats like seed oils, like sunflower oil, safflower oil, corn oil. These are essentially rancid fats. And in my experience, when people get off of these and get off of fried foods that are using these oils, it can balance the amount of oil on your skin and balance out the natural yeast that's on your skin. And we can certainly discuss that on the phone. Natural treatments, there's actually quite a number of natural treatments. The names next to the treatment are the people who did the studies: black soap, tea tree oil, borage oil, which is taken by mouth and is used for people who have essentially essential fatty acid deficiency. And believe it or not, I see that not uncommonly, and it's something that we can discuss on the phone, but it's generally someone who has an incredibly poor diet. Honey has actually been studied by Cherniak in 2010, acupuncture as well, and this is a flower that is, I believe it's an Australian flower, but don't quote me on that, that has also been used. Now, biotin supplementation is a type of B vitamin that I don't actually recommend anymore because it's been shown to interfere with blood tests, specifically thyroid medications, and God forbid if you were to have a heart attack, your heart releases these enzymes, and when you have a heart attack, the enzymes go up, but if you're on biotin, it can mask that, and that can obviously cause some issues. Conventional treatments, there are many, and really the goal with these treatments is to find one for you that is used as infrequently as possible. They can put this into remission so that you have control over this finally. Now, there's selenium sulfide lotion, there's zinc parathione shampoo, and all of these need to be left into the scalp for a good 3 to 5 minutes for them to work. Ketoconazole 1% is over the counter, 2% works better and is a prescription. And of course, if you need a prescription, I'm available to give that to you. Coal tar, which is with salicylic acid, has also been studied. Antifungal creams, which really work great for the face. Things like Lotrimin or clotrimazole over the counter, or a prescription like cyclopirox, which is one of my favorites. Mild topical steroid solutions, drops that you can put into the scalp, massage into the scalp. And the key here really is to understand that you don't necessarily need to do this forever. You can often combine this with shampoo and get it to a point where maybe you use the shampoo twice a week and the solution maybe once or twice a week as well. For people who have chronic flares and are not able to control stress and might have some dietary challenges, sometimes I use fluconazole, 300 milligrams once monthly, and that can help, as well as itraconazole. And itraconazole, unfortunately, has a fair number of drug interactions, but we can discuss those on the phone. So the goal here is for you to finally get control of your dandruff or your seborrheic dermatitis. And we can do that on the phone. Teledermatology is available, and you can click the button below. It will lead you to the Teledermatology portal, which you'll register for. It's only $59. You'll take photographs of the areas that are involved and the medications you've used in the past. And I'll give you a call on the phone. We'll go over different treatments. We can certainly discuss natural treatments if that's something, what you're interested in talking about, and also talk about the causes and conventional treatments, more specifically, how to get it so that you don't need to use messy medications and you can get a real plan in place. So click the button below. I look forward to getting to know you and getting this handled finally.